Okay, so last session we discussed about these data types, how to deal with them. Yeah, I saw all your templates that you designed, bootstrap people who submitted, right? Good work done, but some people still facing with difficulty in alignments and all. You have to check that once. So I checked all examples, everybody's. Yeah. And mostly tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will post that I told you exam. I will post that so that I can sort out of the designs created by you and some people done exercises and all. We will sort out and we will let you know about the campus drive going on. One company is coming, timings and all. I will let you know about that. Yeah, mostly next week it will be, right? And you can attempt, no problem, because actually they need JavaScript. By that time you will learn minimum JavaScript, that's enough, huh? So if necessary, we will plan communication classes also for you. If you are feeling difficulty in handling interviews and all, just few sessions of communication classes we will plan for you. Our CRT people will deliver that, so that you will have no fear in handling those interviews and all. We will check the timings and let you know about that. Okay, right now, last session we discussed about the variables and data types. In data types we learned about string type, two primitive types. One is number, another one string. So in the primitive types, number, what kind of data we can store, and in string, three types are there: string with double quote, string with single quote, and string with backticks. Next, while working with strings, one more we discussed: escape sequence. If any special character in a string is unable to print, we have to forcibly print it by using slash. Slash is used as escape sequence. Next important, after knowing this, we need to know about string handling in JavaScript. String handling in JavaScript. How to handle string? Actually, JavaScript provides a set of methods and properties. JavaScript provides a set of methods and properties to format and manipulate string. To format and manipulate string, JavaScript provides a set of methods and properties to format and manipulate the string. Generally, we call string methods string properties. So while working with string, handling string is very important. In real time development process, lot of activities are managed by using these string methods. So what are those? We will see. Two types of methods are there. Actually, we have string formatting methods. String formatting methods are nothing but they are used to modify the string appearance. String formatting methods are used to format the string appearance. You can change by using the string formatting methods. They are very simple. We have like bold, italic, We have SUP superscript, SUB subscript, font color. So we have font size. So we have options like to uppercase, to lowercase. All these comes under string formatting methods. Bold, italic, superscript, subscript, font color, font size, to uppercase, to lowercase. These are string formatting methods. So these are the methods used for formatting a string. We need to format the strings dynamically, means according to situation, they have to change. According to the situation, they have to change. How we can handle them? See, for example, suppose we have a simple doc type HTML head, title, some string demo. In the body section, we have a field set, or just I will give a heading, register user, and data list, data term, so username and data definition. Input type is equal to text, and another data definition here, ID as some MSG, here ID as txt name. We have a button, some submit. Okay. Now what we want to do is, when user enters the name and submits that, we want to verify. So is name according to our requirement or not? And we want to display message. That message should change its appearance. Like if it is correct, then it should be green color. If it is wrong, then it should be in red color. That means we need to format a string dynamically. How do we do that? Generally, we can display string. So suppose in the string related formatting properties and methods, these are all methods. String have a property. String property is, we have a property called length. Length is nothing but it returns, length returns the total number of characters. Total number of characters. You can say count. So total count of characters. How many characters are present? It will return the count. Now I will use that property here. See, according to restriction, whatever username entered, it must be between 4 to 10 characters. If not, I want to show some message. And we will write logic here. So submit on click, submit click. So we will write a function in the script, function submit click. So on submit click, what functionality is? First we will accept user name. It should come from get element by ID, txt name dot value. Txt name is only text box. We want its value. Now we can verify if user name dot length is greater than or equal to 4, means minimum 4 characters, and double ampersand. This is logical and operators also we will learn. This indicates multiple expressions are combined and indicates all expressions evaluate to true, then only it is true. If any one expression is false, then entire condition is false. Here one condition is greater than 4. Another condition is username dot length less than or equal to some 10. This indicates that username must be between 4 to 10. If username is between 4 to 10, greater than 10 and less than greater than 4 and less than 10, then I want to display message to be displayed inside this MSG. So we will access that MSG also, where MSG is document get element by ID MSG. That is just a div data definition container. Now here we will display. Inside that we need to display MSG dot inner HTML. I already told you, you cannot use inner text. Inner text if it is only plain text. But now we want to apply format. What text you want to display? String. So you can write any string. String is here I will say, so username verified. This message should verified. That's it. Verified. Okay, that's it. And it should be in green color bold. Then for any string, you can directly apply dot bold. Bold is a method you have to write in a parenthesis. And we want green color, then we can put dot font color. Font color, which color? Color name. Color name is green. Like this we can add. We can add, suppose I want italic also. Dot italics. You can add italics. So this is applying formats to any particular element. But actually, this we don't follow these days very much. String formatting functions are there, but we don't use. Because we can apply the same by using styles. By using styles, you can keep shadow, you can keep outline, so many effects we can add. So these days we don't prefer this. These days we prefer using styles. I will show you through style how we do. But string formatting functions also there. Formatting functions also there. So here else what should happen? MSG.inner HTML. It should say invalid. Invalid username 4 to 10 characters only. And the dot, it should be some italics. And it should have font color as red. That is how we apply. Now we are trying to type this here and see this is that. So here you can see here I am typing the username and I entered some username and click on submit. Then it is showing that invalid username. That is 4 to 10 characters long. Suppose I said John. So and it is verified. We can verify even while typing itself. That depends on events actually. Currently we are writing on submit event. You can do in this way. What you can do is you can simply write an event for text box. For text box we have on key up. On key up means immediately after the key is released, it will verify. I can call the same function here. On key up, see, already submit click is written. The same work should be done on key up also. Then you can call that function here again, submit click. That means actually I can give like this. The name of this function I will give as verify user. This verify user can be accessed by on key up, it will verify user, and on submit click also it will verify user. This is reusability. That means two events are doing the same work, then we don't need to write two times. We can write one time and we can access any number of times. Generally in projects, what generally happens is, in real time projects, every project documentation in software companies, you will see they will give one principle. They will say that always follow dry principle. Dry means don't repeat yourself. Officially every software project documentation you will find this word dry. That means don't repeat yourself. That means I should never see that a developer is rewriting a line again and again. That is not correct good coding. A line you cannot rewrite, you have to reuse. The logics that you write, you cannot rewrite the logics, you have to reuse the logics. If you are rewriting 100%, it will fail in testing. Your testing team will report that this is not following dry principle, because the code is repeated so many times, same code is rewritten so many times. It cannot happen. Nobody will accept that code in real world. So you have to reuse, not rewrite. So here that's what I am doing. The same work what submit have done, I am doing on key up of text box. What is advantage of this now? You can see that here while I am typing it, that means I am typing here some name, it shows that message. While typing itself, it will say that invalid username 4. Once I type, so 4 characters, now it is okay. And I am going more than 4 characters. I am going more than 4 characters, 10 characters. So after 10 characters, it will show that again. And I remove that. So 9, that's fine. That means while typing itself, we can verify. So when submit click, we can verify. These are called events. We will learn about events at one location, but situation wise, we use some. You have seen 3 events up to now. On load means body load. Another one is on click, when user clicks. This is on key up. That means when character is typed immediately, it should verify. That's what we have to do. So this is, it will verify on both situations. That means it will, while typing itself, it will verify. So on submit click also it will verify. So, but anyone is enough actually. Sometimes both we need, depending on situation, but we don't rewrite. We just point towards the same functionality here. So here you have seen 2 things. How to find out the length and how to apply the formats. Not only that, suppose you see this is general, means you can apply all these now. Font size, font color, font options. Color means how you define. Syntactically we write font color and color name. We will put the color name. Font size means how to define font size and font size. This is not CSS font size. This is HTML font size. Means how many values you can give. HTML font size means maximum how many values we can give. 6. Try another lucky number. 7. 6 is heading levels. No? 1 to 6 heading levels. No? and 1 to 7 font sizes, na? Right? Now you can't do lottery now. You are learning JavaScript. No lotteries. You must be very perfect in your HTML. Yeah? If say 4, no, acha, 3, no 3, then 5. You can't make this. Yeah? So, because that's what I said you earlier, that you must be very perfect in HTML to deal JavaScript. Otherwise, you can't. Right? Because all these will repeat regularly. Right? Font size, 7 levels of font size we can give. Heading levels, 6 levels we can define. Right? So, this is the options. For example, to uppercase, lowercase, we can convert the text into uppercase, lowercase. For example, here I written, so one more placeholder I am giving, block letters. That means in the text box, we are asking to type in capital letters. And if user is not typing in capital letter, we want to change. When to change, you decide. While typing itself, you can change. Or once he finished entire typing, it blurs. Blur means it loses the focus. Then it should convert. That means sometimes you see some application forms online, they say fill everything in capital letters. Now, if you are not typing in capital letters, no problem, they will convert. Right? So how we can do that? For example, see now, I will write another event for the text box. Here I will say that on blur. On blur indicates when control loses the focus. We learned control will get focus. When you click inside control, it gets focus. When you click outside, it loses the focus. So on blur, I will write a function, change case. Okay. So we need to write another script here. So another function inside the script. What is another function here? We have a function. Function is change case. Okay. What it should do? First, collect the value entered in text box. That means I will keep here another user name document dot get element by id txt name and dot value. This is whatever value they entered in text box. Second, I will collect document get element by id txt name dot value is equal to username. What is this logic? Logic is very simple. We are collecting here. So we are collecting the username and storing in this variable. After that, the same is assigned to same text box again. That means what name you collected from text box, you are applying the same name into same text box again. Why you are doing that? That means the name entered in text box we are collecting and displaying again in the same text box. But this time we will apply, that is a string, we will apply dot to uppercase. We will say to uppercase. That means it will change into capital letters. So now what will happen here? I typed some name. While typing, it will show the message. After typing the name, so some name entered. Finish typing. That means blur. Blur means click outside the text box. Then automatically it is converted into uppercase. So that's how we change the format of any string dynamical. So we entered some name. we entered some characters and I clicked outside, then it is converted into uppercase. So these formatting functions are required very regularly. We need to change dynamically a string. For that, we need all this. We need all this. So two uppercase converts into capital letters. Two lowercase converts into small. These are case sensitive. Capitalization matters. You have to write in the same case. Same case. So formatting any string can be done by using these methods, string methods. So this is an example. So first I will give a syntax here. Generally, syntax is suppose var msg, welcome to JavaScript. And to that message, you want to apply msg dot bold, italics, font color, like this. We can change dynamically. So to convert capital letters, we used msg dot to uppercase, like this. Just syntax I am giving. And this is example. I will post this example. This is the example for that. So here, let me give you some tip. So events, what we used here, one is on key up. This is actions to perform. So when key is released, on blur, actions to perform when control loose, control is blurred. Control is blurred. That means you can say lost focus. Control is blurred means lost focus. On click already we know. Actions to perform when clicked. On load, generally we use onload for page or image. Image load, page load, we write that. But events we will separately discuss as a topic. It's a very important concept. Here some events we used already, those I am showing you. That is events. In this example, we used these three: on key up, on blur, and on click. So many other will be there. We will see situation wise how to work with them. That is done right. Next important, after understanding how to use the string formatting, you can apply these dynamically and configure the dynamic values also. One example I showed you that it is changing the color or it is changing the font style according to condition we written. If length is between this, what will happen then? Even we can select and change dynamically. That example I will show you. That means how we can format string dynamically. Suppose see, means how to supply the values dynamically. String.html. Okay, so here let's create another example. So HTML head title. Okay, now I say string demo. Here body. Let's keep a field set and the legend. Say choose effects. And here I will put a heading below. So here heading we have ID. We can access query selector directly. Here we will put a data list with the data term, font color. So here I will define select. So here we will put a select. Select is a drop down and here we are adding option. So like red, so green, so yellow like this, white like this, yellow. These are the collection of colors. This is font color. So we have these colors available. Now what should happen is in the heading, we will display some text. Some welcome to some JavaScript something. Now what we want here, when I select a color, that color should apply here. We want to apply that here. Suppose it can be a paragraph because heading is already bold. So we will put a paragraph. We want to apply there. Then how? It's simple. On select, we can change. While selecting itself, we can change. This requires an event called on change. On change indicates when value is changed. Means when option is changed. If user is changing from one option to another. On change, I will write change color. Okay. Then here we will write a script in the head section. Script in the head section. Function change color. And here we need to access this paragraph. Document dot query selector P. Because I don't have anything IDs and all, and no other paragraphs are there, I will use this. And for this, we want to apply color. Suppose I am applying here as font color, like this, for a paragraph. For that paragraph, I want to apply the font color. So which color here? Color name. Color name comes from where? It is string. Color name comes from drop down. How to access drop down? Document dot get element here also. Query selector. What I will do? Select. Select is a drop down. So we can use dot value. Its value, drop down value. If you are having ID, no confusion. I will show you simple technique also here. But at expert level, generally what you should do, as much as possible, reduce the number of lines of code you are writing. So don't write lengthy, right? So here, actually that is the concept. So when I'm changing this here, when I'm changing this, that color should apply there. But here it is not applying that color there. Why? Because it's working. So for example, see, I will put an alert. I will put here. So the selector name. So I will say here document dot query selector. What is it? Select dot value. I'm accessing it just to verify whether value is coming or not. And you see here, I'm selecting, it's coming fine. But the problem is here, why it is not applied to this text? Because this is a paragraph, right? And the paragraph cannot be applied with font. Inside paragraph, you can apply font. Paragraph cannot be applied with font. That means paragraph is not having font. Na? Inside paragraph, whatever text is there, for that we have font because it is HTML. If you want to apply to paragraph directly, then you have to use style. We have to apply style. So here, this type of consequence you need to understand. Means, can I apply to heading directly? Can I apply to paragraph directly? Can I apply to div directly? No. You can these are string functions. That means you can apply to the string displayed in paragraph. You can apply this to the string displayed in heading. If you want to apply to the elements directly, then you have to use style. Here I will show you that also. See here, this is wrong. Why? Because here we are displaying some text inside paragraph. How to display text inside paragraph? We have to use inner HTML. Inner HTML is equal to whatever message you want to display. That is string. Na? I will type here. What is it? Welcome to JavaScript. And to this, we have to apply these effects. To that string, we have to apply this font and colors and effects. To the string, we need to apply, not to the paragraph. Here, now I don't need this because inside it, it will display that message. You see, inside this, it will display that message. And here it is, I selected some yellow. So yellow, it will display that in yellow color. I selected that red, then it will display in red color. Here I think some problem there. And green, it will display in green color. And we have some white, it is displayed in white. White is not shown there. And we have some yellow, it will display that yellow, the colors. We can dynamically apply, but remember where you are applying, which function you are using. If you are using string functions, you cannot apply to element which is showing string. You can apply only to string, only to the string. You cannot apply to the element. You cannot apply to the element. So only to the string. For example, see now. Here I will copy this. This is the right code for you. So that means you can apply. That means formatting a string dynamically using string format functions. So this is example for that. But see now, I will do here another technique. Another technique is, I want to apply to the paragraph directly. So inside the paragraph or heading, you have some text. So welcome to JavaScript like this. So by default, it is having it. Welcome to JavaScript. Now what I will do here is on change. Here I am accessing document dot query selector. So what is it? Paragraph. To paragraph, if you want to apply, then for that we have to use style. To the text inside paragraph you want to apply. So that means formatting functions are not for elements. Formatting functions are only directly to a string. So for element, if you want to apply, so then use style. Style have an attribute. What is the style attribute? Color. What should be the color? It should come from document dot query selector. What is it? Select dot value. That is the color. This is another technique. Here we are applying by using that. It will work yellow. That's also fine. Then what is difference? Difference is you want to apply to element or you want to apply to string only. Right? This is situation depending on that. These days we prefer directly to element because inside that element string may change dynamically. In that case you apply to element, it will apply everywhere. Apply everywhere. So this is alternative technique of that. That means this is the recent modern technique. So the font color and all old techniques. So we don't prefer that anymore. But still, if you want to apply only for that string, you can try them. Right? So this is good. You can apply style. If you want to apply multiple, so this is formatting string by using styles. By using styles, you can format. You can, if there are multiple, then we don't use style. You know that we can use a class. We can use a class. So that means we can define a class and we can apply a class. When you are trying the formats, you can apply the classes. How we can apply the class? Let's see. For example, suppose we have how to define the classes. Let's say we will use some div. I will apply here link relation is equal to style sheet. href is equal to node modules, bootstrap, dist css, bootstrap css. And here we will put container fluid. So here heading as a register user, and some controls are there. We will add some controls here. Data list, data term, some username. So input type is equal to text. Okay. So password. So input type is equal to password. Like this we have. So email and input type is equal to email. Okay, so and here we have a button. So login like this. Now the option here is means just this is the option configured and displayed there. Right. Now this is the effect we are having. This is the text we are. This is form. I will put here. So this div contains an class called form. Okay. And here I will put style and form. So border as 2 pixel solid, some black. Okay. Padding as 20 pixel. So this is a simple form, and width is equal to some 200 pixel, and margin top 20 pixel. So it is in this way. So 250 pixel, fine. This is the form. So we just have a form. And now what we want to do here is in this above this heading, I will put a paragraph, and here I will say as or just keep it div. Okay, and here we will put a class as form switch, and the input type is equal to so checkbox, and the class as form check input, and here I say dark theme, something like this. That's what we have, dark theme. Now when I switch this dark theme, entire box should turn to dark, and turn off dark theme, it should be normal. Now dynamically we need to change this effect, right? So we need to change that effect. So when user selects this dark theme, it should apply entire effect. So where we want to apply to the containers, internally you can write so many. Here we have the class form, and we will put an ID here as suppose this is form container. ID is form container. Okay, form container. Now see here, currently that form is having a class called form. I will apply a class called dark theme. In the dark theme, I will put background color as black, and I will put color as white. That is dark theme. And one more is a light theme, and in that background color, so background color is some white, so color is some black, something like this we define. Now what should happen here is when user is changing this checkbox means checked property we have to access, because it is a checkbox. Already in stock, I told you products stock available or not in the forms we learned. Here we will use here on change. On change, we will write change theme. Okay, so we will write a function now here, script. What is the function? Change theme. Okay, what it should do? It should verify whether checkbox is checked or not. So, and it should apply a theme for that form container. So we need to access two things first. One is I will access theme checkbox. How to access theme checkbox? Document dot get element by ID. We haven't given any ID for this checkbox. We will give an ID as theme. Get element by ID. So what is it? Theme. This is checkbox. We will access form container also. So form container. How to access form container? Document dot get element by ID. Form container. Form container which contains entire form. That is form container. So this is form container. Okay, now what should happen here? If what we have to do, theme checkbox dot checked means it is selected. Then we have to apply form container, not one style. We want to change background color, foreground color, border, something, so many. In that case, we have defined a class. How to apply any CSS class? Dot class name. So as an attribute, we use the word class. As a property, we have to access by using class name. So what is the class name? Class name is dark hyphen theme. That is the class name. Else what should happen? Form container dot class name. So class name is what is it? Light theme. Like this we need to define. So when it is checked dark theme, when it is not light theme, that's what we want to display. Now initially this will happen when user is changing the checkbox. That means when user changes this dark theme, it will change in this way. But I applied only few things. Na? I have to apply all other things also. What are these? Border padding, margin top, all these. I will copy that. How to reuse CSS, that you will see in a concept called SAS. After JavaScript, we will learn a concept called SAS. In that, you will learn how to reuse CSS. Currently, we have to rewrite this CSS. All these effects we have to rewrite. We have to rewrite those CSS. Later, we will reuse. Initially, dark theme, it will be like this. And turn off, then it will be normal. That means we can apply multiple effects dynamically. We can change a lot of things. We can change a lot of things. We can change appearance of buttons and all. So for example, you see, so this is button. So class is equal to BTN. And initially this is login button. And I will give as W100. W100. That is login button. This is light theme. When you apply dark theme, you can access that button and change it also. Not only form container, what is it? Document dot query selector. What is it? Button. Button dot class name. You can apply bootstrap classes. Currently, I applied our own classes that we designed, dark theme, light theme. You can apply bootstrap classes because bootstrap CSS is there already. So what I can do, BTN. So BTN, suppose this is dark. BTN dark. So and for light theme, so that is dark theme. For light theme, what I will do is document dot query selector. What is it? Button. So class name is equal to BTN, some primary, like this. I can apply those. And of course, W100. These are all class names, W100. So we can apply. Now you can see when I apply dark theme, it will be like that. Login button also. I applied light theme, then it will be in this way. It can change the appearance and it can display. Even you can change for the text boxes and apply them. This is dynamically done. You can change background colors, you can change borders, you can change padding, anything. So we have two options to configure. So three options. One is you can apply font. So you can apply style and you can apply class. Which one? Depending on the situation. Style and class use always to apply to any element. And font related things only when you are applying to string. Direct string, not any element. So when you are applying to string, then you can apply. Right? This is one simple example of how we can handle the classes. This example also I will give here. Example is dynamically applying CSS class. This is example. I will give a note here. So you can define styles and classes dynamically to any element. Syntax. style dot color is equal to some green, something like this, or button and a class name like this. So how we can dynamically apply? Instead of using background color black and all, you can also use BG dark, BG primary, like CSS classes that we have. So this is dynamically changing. You can do one more work also. For example, what you can do is you can put a drop down. In the drop down, you can say some 4 themes: primary theme, warning theme, danger theme, like that. User selects primary, background and foreground should change to primary colors. User selects danger, then it will change to danger. That's logically you can write. So that is how we can define the styles and formats for the contents. These are all one part of formatting string. Example, I will upload those examples, how we can format the strings. Next important, we need to know about string manipulation. String manipulations, how we can handle the string manipulations. For string manipulation, lot of functions are there. String manipulation functions, so many are there. One by one we will see situation wise. So first category we will see, we have options like char at, char code at, so many are there. Category wise examples I will give you, right? So first, char at, char code at. Char at is nothing but it returns the character at specific index number, at specific index number. So here, for example, means roughly validation I will show you. So here I will put string manipulate. Okay, here we are asking for some email, doc type, HTML, head, title, so string. Okay, in the body, field set, so legend, verify email, and input type is equal to text, id as txt email. So here we will put a div. Okay, and I will add one more div. So id as some message, msg. Our intention is nothing but when user enters email, I must verify whether in that email @ there or not. If @ is not there, then it is not a valid email. How you will verify whether a character is present inside string or not? For that, we have to use char at index of last index of so many options are there. Here, char at is nothing but, so generally char at, it returns the character at a specified index. It returns the character at specified index. It returns the character ASCII code. Present at specified index. That is char at and char code at. So at specified index, which character is present, and char code at what is the character code present, it will be. So we will see some examples, various examples for that. First point is, we have one small technique, like for example, we have two uppercase. It will convert all to capital letters. Two lowercase, it will convert all to small letters. But I want only sentence case. Sentence case means first letter in the sentence must be capital. Others should be small. We don't have function like that. Then we have to design like that. That means we need to create a function which can do that work. We don't have ready-made function for that. So what we have to do now, first here, I will just give here as verify email. We will do with another example. Here first see, I said test. Okay. So here txt name something. And what we want to do is initially, so when user enters some string inside it, we saw how to convert into uppercase. But now we need to convert into sentence case. Sentence first letter must be caps. How we can do that? First, we will do that on blur. That means change case. Okay. We will write a function script and function change case. Change case. Now here, when we defined change case, first collect the value var name. So username something, document get element by ID txt name dot value. Now in this name, they may enter in any way. I have to get the first character and convert that first character into capital letter. So here we have one option. So var str is equal to, or I will say first character. How to get the first character? We have to just use username dot char at 0. Char at 0, that means at index 0 first character, at index 1 second character. That means it will get the first character. After converting the first character, we have to use another rest characters. From 0, we want to read all the characters. Then we can use so many functions will be there. So we can use the functions like we have slice. So we have like sub str. We have like sub string also. Slice, sub str, substring. What is difference between them? I will tell you. We will see. Actually, substring, slice. So it can extract characters between specified index. It can extract characters between specified index. Sub str. It can return the specified number of characters from given index. What is difference? Detail I will explain. Technical difference you will see. Because all look similar. It can return the characters from specific index. It can return the characters from specific index in any direction. In any direction. In any direction. Technical detail difference we will see. Why? Because these are frequently asked questions in interviews. In interview, for a JavaScript interview for fresher, regular in every interview you can find this question. What is difference between slice, substring, and sub-str? Because all three look similar, we will see that. First, we will implement this. See how to read rest of characters. Rest of characters, here I will define username dot substring from 1 up to end, because at 0 we already stored at one place. So that means first character you can access with 0. After first character from one index, all we can read through substring. 1 indicates from 1 up to end. It will read everything. Because end may be any number of characters. We don't need to mention length. We can just leave it. Now see where sentence is equal to, here first character to uppercase. We have to convert into uppercase plus rest characters to lowercase. This is how we have to do. That means in the sentence, what we are storing, first character converted to uppercase. To that we are plus means we are concatenating, because string is concatenating with rest of characters which are converted into lowercase. This sentence must be displayed inside the text box. Then document dot get element by id, txt name dot value is equal to what? Sentence, whatever sentence you collected. Now see what happens here. Oh. So here what happens here is, now I will run this. Yeah, the event we defined as blur. Now we are typing some sentence. I am typing suppose WEL to JavaScript like this uneven. It is toggled, capitalization is toggled. Now what I will do here, so click outside, then it will convert into sentence case. That means the first character is caps and rest lowercase. So that is how we have to write the logics. For every requirement, ready-made functions will not be there. We have to use the functions according to situation and build them. For that, we need to learn so many string functions. So this is example of how to read the first character, how to read all other characters, how to concatenate them by converting into lowercase and uppercase. This is called sentence case. We used a sentence case. But here the intention is to understand. So understand how to use char at, and how do we use substring. Here how do we work with that? All right. So this is an example for that I will give. Now, what is, so many questions are there. So the question here is, what is char code at? Actually, char at returns character at a specified index, but char code at returns its character code as per UTF standards. That means actually, so A65 and Z90 like this. Uppercase A starts with 65, uppercase Z. These are the character codes. Char coded. This is also important. So for example, we are writing a validation. In the validation, we are writing that first character must be uppercase. That means you have to enter name starting with capital letter. How do you verify first letter is capital letter or not? You can verify first letter is A or B or C by using just comparison, like char at, you can access. Is it capital letter or not? How we can do? How to verify whether the character at that index is a capital or small? So we can do that by using char coded. So for example, we want to write a validation. This example I uploaded. Yeah. So here, let's write another one. Now what we want is when user types the name, and suppose I said username, and here we will put placeholder. Name must start with uppercase letter. That is the option, and I will keep size as 40. That means text box size will be like this. Now name must start with uppercase letter. When user is entering some name and it is not starting with uppercase letter, it should show some message, error message. So we should do that. While typing itself you can do, or you can do on blur. Suppose on typing itself we want to do, then what is the event? On key up. On key up, verify name. And here I want to display. Below that, I will put a paragraph. There I want to display the error message. Now we will write a simple option here. So first, this is verify name. So its function name is changed now. The function name is verify name. Okay. Now I need to collect the name. So username, document get element by ID, txt name dot value. Okay. If username dot char code at 0 is greater than or equal to 65 and username dot char code at 0 is less than or equal to 90, then it is capital letter. Then we want to display document dot query selector p dot inner html. So it should say, it should just keep empty, nothing message should come. Else what should happen? Document dot query selector p dot inner html, it should display. So name must start with uppercase letter and dot font color as some red, like this I am applying. Now you can see this is while typing itself, when you are typing some name. So when you are typing some name, then it shows message. Name must start with uppercase letter. And I changed this name to uppercase letter, then it's fine. If I am not typing with uppercase letter, it says name must start with uppercase letter. Even A is an uppercase letter, now it's okay. Right? So we should verify it is starting with uppercase letter or not. Otherwise, some message should display there that you can configure and define. So that is generally how do we verify, by using char code at. Char at will return the character so that we can do some manipulations. Char code at will return the character code. Based on the code we can do. If it is between 65 to 90, capital letter. If not, then it is small letter. We can easily do that. Now, if they want to verify all characters, then we will not use this technique. Then we will use regular expressions. By using regular expressions, we write and we will check whether the value entered is as per regular expression or not. Then we can return the value based on regular expression. So this is 3 important options you have seen in this now. So one is, these are the string manipulation related functions. So we have char at, char code at. Now we need to understand difference between slice, substring and a sub str. That we'll see tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow we will discuss the difference between them. And some more string manipulation functions are there. We have to learn. Once we're done, then we can go to another data type. How to handle other types, right? This is all under string category only. How to manipulate the strings, right? Tomorrow we'll continue.